guys, welcome to my Ocean One channel. I got a quick video for you today. Let's talk about why Fisker has shown signs of life and is up 2 days in a row. But before we get into that, let's get the YouTube disclaimers out of the way. None of my content constitutes professional advice. Viewers that follow any content, suggestions, statements from this channel do so at their own risk because you are responsible for your own actions. All right, let's jump right into it. All right, let's see what we can make of this. Yesterday we had a day where we were up 129%. You know, you don't see that every day, so that's pretty good. But you know, we are, you know, we're still totally busted. So let's get that out of the way too. And then today, as I'm doing this video, it's roughly 3:30, 3:40-ish, something like that here Eastern time, and we're up roughly right at 60% today. So as I'm doing this video, yesterday 129%, today 60%. So what does this mean to me? Let's try to walk ourselves through this and how I personally see this. I think before I do that, I think it would be important to have a quick history lesson. If you go back and you remember that we missed the 10Q, okay? We missed that. Then we missed the 10K. Both of these events set off a cascading event with the note holder. You know, we were $5, $6, $7, okay? And then both of these events happened, and due to that, we got artificially crushed from the note holder. I mean, the note holder could just issue shares. Maybe I shouldn't say issue shares, okay? They could buy shares and then turn right back around and sell those shares. And they could do that at a discount from everything that I understood from the note holding, because we were in default, and that set off the option for them to do that. That's why our share count went from basically, you know, 350 million to whatever it got up to, I don't know, remember exactly, like 700 million. We basically doubled our shares in a super short period of time, and in that process, the share price got decimated. So, you know, let's just think for a minute. Had those two events not happened, the 10Q and the 10K, where would we be today, assuming, you know, that production was still going on and stuff like that? You know, I think it's very reasonable to assume, you know, that we would be $6, $7, $8, $9, $10 a share. I don't see that as, you know, unbelievable at all. But we've had a lot of things happen. You know, we ran low on money. We defaulted with the note holder. You know, this set off a chain reaction that was pretty much unstoppable. You know, and then we got super quick delisted from the New York Stock Exchange. I say all of that to put things in perspective, because if you put things in perspective, a lot of times it makes it much easier to understand. I think right now what we are seeing is hope. We've not had that in quite a while. I think we're seeing hope. I think Fisker is in a situation that people are starting to look at it and say, you know, it's super undervalued. They have a good product. If, and I want to stress if Fisker can come out and simply say basically two things: we have money, we have raised money, we can take bankruptcy off the table. Now, I'm considering that one thing, okay? Raising enough money takes bankruptcy off the table. And then, you know, we have a backer. You know, we could just come out and say, hey, we have a backer, you know, whatever, however we want to word that. And then we can say we are going to restart production. Now, it's totally possible that people are just coming into Fisker right now, and you know, it's a swing play for them. You know, okay, you know, buy the rumor, sell the news. You know the old sayings. Now, I'm not in this for a quick swing or a quick trade. You know, I've done other videos. I've pretty much been financially murdered with the stock, but you know, I am here. I am invested, and I do want to see Fisker succeed, and I want to see it do well. So the point that I'm trying to get at is, I think we're at a crossroads for Fisker, and I think a lot of people are just starting to say, you know, why did this dealer in Miami sign up? I think that's a big question mark, and I think it gives hope that we may actually pull off a miracle here. Now let's make no buts about it. We clearly need a miracle. But we really only need two things. We only need to raise money, and we need to restart production. Now, I have other things that I think are super important. I think Geeta should step down. I don't think anybody could stay in her role after two fiascos with, oh my gosh, the 10Q and the 10K. I think she has to be replaced. Now, her and Henrik, she and Henrik, they own the company, okay? They are the company. But I think you do what's best for the shareholders, and I think you do what's best for the company. And I can't think of any circumstance that she would be allowed to stay in any other company, even after the first miss on the 10Q, much less the 10K fiasco that's put us here. So I think we have to just step back and realize that Fisker, to a very large degree, has put ourselves into this position. So if Fisker can come up and say, hey, we have a backer, we have an investor, we have raised money, and we can then publicly say also we can restart production. I think that's why people are taking a risk here. Because, I drive the Ocean, it's very good. I think most people look at the Ocean and are like, that is a great looking vehicle. And it is. And it drives great. And I think we're worth saving. Now, at the end of the day, this all may be folly. We've been up 129%, maybe up 60% as I'm doing this video. And, one piece of news could take us up dramatically higher, or just the opposite. It could crush us. I don't know, we're roughly 8 cents as I started this, roughly. We could be back down to 1 cent or 2 cents and 3 cents with just one piece of news. But just the opposite. I think the risk versus the reward here far outweighs the risk. I think the rewards far outweigh the risk. And I think that's where people are coming in and saying, hey, this may work out, but we have to see concrete news. I think it's very clear from the other videos that I've done, we are negotiating with the note holder. If we can come out and say we have raised money, and that's a significant amount of money other than what we have, raised selling the Oceans, and we can come out and say we're restarting production, could you imagine what would most likely happen to our share price? Oh my gosh, I'm not going to put a number on that, but that 129% day that we had, yeah, I think that would be, peanuts. But anyway, I just wanted to get on here and, do a video. I had a lot of people reach out to me asking me, hey, would you do a video on your thoughts? Would you do a video on your thoughts? Well, these are my thoughts. I simply think that the rewards currently outweigh the risk. But, as I say in all my other videos, you absolutely have to be willing to part with your money here. If this goes south, if this does not work out, you have to be willing to accept total bankruptcy and total failure here. But let's all hope for a miracle. Let's all pray for a miracle. And let's all hope that Fisker pulls this off. Maybe the best comeback story that we've ever witnessed in our lifetime. All right, guys. Thanks for joining. Thanks for tuning in. And as always, my number one concern is to get accurate information out for the company and for the product. And I appreciate your support. And until next time.